Okay. 2-point. So what are we going to start with? When I say 2-point, you say?
Edge.
2-point.
Edge.
2-point.
Edge.
So we're going to start with the edge of our first house. Right? Our edge of our first house. Now, where we place this kind of determines how our house looks and how big it is. For instance, if I had a huge line like this, my house is going to look really weird. It's like you're up close to the house. It's going to be a really weird perspective. What I want you to do, just for the sake of it, have about that much. A little bit, not exactly in the middle, a little more on top. You're going to draw the edge of your house first. Next, what do you think you do? Go to the pee-pee. Go to the pee-pee. So, I would like you to draw to the pee-pee. What I want you to do too, go all the way to the pee-pee lightly, because you're going to use this as your guideline. Those lines will help you draw the other houses. Next step, you're going to end your house. Just like your boxes. I would make one side a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. I'd go to the left side just so you can stay consistent with what I'm doing. You can erase your horizon line in the middle. And then if you want to, lightly erase your other guidelines. Very lightly so that you can still see it. Next step, we want to add a roof. Now, the roof, when a peak goes up, it's in the center of the side. We can't actually just measure this out, 3 inches, 3 inches. Say this whole thing is 6 inches. Just go 3 and go to the middle. Why? Because it's getting smaller as it goes back. So it's going to be completely different. You can't just measure. So there is a trick of finding the center of a plane going back into space. What you do is lightly create an X. Connect the corners, create an X. And you have found the center, at the center of the X, that is where it visually will make sense to put your center. If you even measure that, you'll notice that the side closest to you, which is right here, is larger than this side. This is the large one, this is the small one. You'll notice that the side that's closest to you should be the bigger one. That's how you know if you got it correct. So we found the center of our house. What I'm going to do is just kind of do a straight line, straight up. Make sure vertical, stay vertical. Straight up. We now know where our peak is going to be. We know where our peak is going to be. So I can, anywhere along this, determine where my roof starts. Now, you may want a steep roof. You may not want a steep roof. What I would highly suggest is this. Look at this angle right here. All eyes on me real quick. All eyes, all eyes, all eyes, all eyes, all eyes. This line right here, what I would do is continue this and go above that a little bit. So I'm going to go right about here. And I'm going to connect it to my corners. Connect that that to your corners. And you can erase out your X and your guideline after that. Yes. As long as you guys get these back to me. That's what I do. What do you think we're going to do at the top here? Which PP am I going to go to? Left PP. The top of the roof is parallel with the sides, so I'm going to go to the left PP. Next, we have one of our very, very few times where we do not go to the PP. We're going to look at this angle right here, because we need to complete the other half of the roof. I'm going to take my pencil over here, and I'm going to drag it to make sure that I have exactly the same angle as that. Now here's, if you want to get real technical, here's what's happening. This plane is actually going to its own PP way up here. Technically. Alright? Technically, that's getting smaller up to a PP up there. But we're not going to deal with that. Just copy that angle. Don't go straight. Here's what a lot of people do. Straight up. Okay? I don't want to hear it. Because it makes a farting noise when you do it. Just a little puff of smoke. Okay? So now we have our basic house. We have our basic house. What we're going to do next is place our door. Our door we want in the center of this side. We want in the center. How are we going to find the center? Draw an X. Once we have found the center, I'm dropping a line right here. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to use that kind of as my center of my door. I'm going to go straight up and down with the sides of my door. Which PP do you think I go to the top? Or from the top, which PP do I use? Left or right? Anyone want to take a guess?
Right.
I want it parallel with these guys. So left. You're going to your left PP. Left PP. If it's on the left side, you're going to the left PP. If it's on the right side, you're going to the right PP. So you're going to the left PP. Yes.
Question.
Yes.
No, we just didn't make this high enough.
Yep. Yep. Good question. Now I'm going to place my windows, but I want to be exact. I want to be exact. So what I'm going to do is I want it exactly in this quarter, exactly in this quarter. Here's what I'm going to do. The great thing about this X, it finds the halfway of both. I'm going to pretend that this is going to the PP. And now I kind of divided this into quarters. Do you guys see the quarters? See that? I can actually put more X's to find the exact center of those. Do you see that? So I now have exactly where my windows would be placed. What I'm going to do is on each side, straight up and down. Remember, our verticals stay vertical. Here's the quick thing. Watch me real quick. All eyes on me, all eyes on me, all eyes on me. Here's how to do windows real fast. If you have your ruler, put your ruler down right there. Normally, windows are exactly below or exactly above each other. As well as if they're on the same level, they're exactly the same way. So when I do this, I'm going to draw a little line there, but I'm also going to draw a little line here. Same thing with that side. When I go to the peepee, I am going to draw that line in, and then what happens is it creates my top for my other window real quick. Does that kind of make sense? Same thing with the bottom. Go to the peepee, it makes my line real quick for the bottom. You're going to save a ton of time if you do it that way. So once you have your windows drawn in, you can erase your X's. You can even erase the big X, basically everything but the windows and the door once you're done. If you want to get real technical and you want to put a cross in your window, say it's a 4-pane window, make sure your center goes to the peepee. It's not just straight, this goes straight up and down. So center line goes to the peepee, horizontal line. If you want to create your window on your right side, technically I would have it dot, 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 continue this line, and from this point I go to the opposite peepee, and I can create my window from there to the peepee.